fans here. There's a lot of questions. We do have 2 audience mics, so if you have any burning Power Ranger questions or any questions at all, you can get lined up at those microphones. But before we really dive in, I think there'll be a lot of Power Ranger questions. Let's talk about what else we're doing. What's going on? What's new? There's a lot of things happening. Everyone's got projects, exciting things, or raising families, or going on trips.
Last weekend, David?
What's going on? David's been busy.
Way to jump right to me. Appreciate that. No, I have developed and been writing a series now for about almost 3 years called Commentary. It's about a former investigative journalist, famous investigative journalist, that loses his job and has to rebuild his life by becoming a professor at a university. And he, along with 2 of his students, are pushed, I guess I'll say, into the role of having to save humanity from an alien takeover. So it's a sci-fi series, and I just last week filmed what we call a proof of concept, but also shot as a short film. So now it's in the editing stages, and hopefully within a couple months I'll be able to release that, and you guys will hopefully support me in that, right? I really greatly appreciate it. So, and you can find out about it if you want at www.comment-terry.com, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, besides the fact that, didn't you just write a short in a comic book?
I also wrote, how do you judge? She's so nice. I also, if you guys haven't seen it, what's it called? Beyond the Morphing Grid? Across the Morphing Grid. I, along with Walter, I'll let him talk about his, but I did write another short story, comic book story, called Billy's Metamorphosis, and you can read that. It's a little spiritual journey that Billy has to go on to develop his confidence and trust in himself, as opposed to trusting in his mind so much because he's such an intellectual. So you can read that. It's out now by Boom Studios, so there's that. Anything else you want to plug before? I'm getting married now.
Again? Oh my gosh. What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm having such a great time out here in Niagara Falls. Haven't been here like 9 years, but happy to be back. And yeah, I got a few things happening. Got a film coming out this summer called War Dogs. It's an action movie, run and gun. So I hope you enjoy that. I think it's gonna be on BET. And I just shot a music video for my song last week. So my song Dance, how many of you guys heard Dance before? Okay, if you haven't heard it, check it out on Spotify or Apple Music. It's not under Walter Jones, it's under Trey Emanuel. So I did my music under a different name, Trey Emanuel, because my dad's name was Walter Emanuel Jones, my name is Walter Emanuel Jones, my son's name is Honor Emanuel Jones, 3 Emanuels, Trey Emanuel. So look it up and check it out, and the video will drop next week. So if you are not on my social media, check it out and you'll get more details. And I also wrote with David in the comic book Across the Morphing Grid, right? Across the Morphing Grid. Power Rangers Across the Morphing Grid. I did a story, 10-page story called An Apple a Day. And so it's kind of a day in the life of Zach. And I take some of the story from my personal life lessons, and so it's pretty cool. Outside of that, other than that, I'm just I got a bunch more shows coming up throughout the year, so hopefully I'll see you at one of those as well.
Okay, Amy, what have you been busy with? What's going on? You've got a few things.
Yeah, a few things. Right now, I just kind of like sit in my house and write. That's what my focus has been. Last year, me and my boyfriend Matt Hodson, who's somewhere floating around, wrote The Return, Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, The Return, which is a 4-issue series about basically what if the original Rangers had stayed together, where would they be now? And there's all these new characters and stuff. It's super fun, but that's through Boom Studios as well. I have a bunch at my table. Anybody wants to buy one. And oh yeah, and I had an EP come out last year, 3 songs, called Still Here is the name of the whole EP. You can find it on Spotify and stuff. And my website, amyjojohnson.com, has all my music on there. You guys can check it out. And right now I've just been really trying whatever. We'll see when that happens. But anyway, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to do.
You guys are all very busy people in their 30s. I got you back. Okay, well, have again the audience mics. If anyone has any questions for David, Walter, or Amy, please let's line up and let's get to some audience questions.
Do it, because we only have about like 5 minutes left.
We're short handles this time. What do we got left? Yeah, this is it. Last question. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Amy, I really loved your movie Perfect Body. That was amazing. Walter, when your character was given a cousin, Curtis, and then the other character of Richie were introduced, was there more supposed to be done with those two? Because they just seemed to like disappear.
I really have no idea. They were there and then they weren't. Well, actually, maybe, I don't know. And it was the second season. The first season they came out, right? The second season. So second season, and then we left the show soon after. So I don't know if us leaving dissolve their characters or what.
David, were you supposed to be the Phantom Ranger? A lot of people have said yes, a lot of people have said no.
What's that?
What do you mean?
Was Billy supposed to be the Phantom Ranger? They never did tell us who the Phantom Ranger
What
was.
makes you think Billy's not?
Ooh, what is the Phantom Ranger?
All right. Okay. Okay, we'll jump to the other microphone for now. Let's go back to you over there. Go ahead.
Favorite Power Ranger villain?
Oh, for all of us?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, but Selena Repulsa. If you haven't read the comic book, you should.
I would say Dorsey.
Same.
Ivan News.
Said something in my ear.
Something off mic there. Okay, let's go back over to this microphone. Go ahead.
So my question was for Nzio, because I know there was like a theory going around for Billy, because you were there on the show, but you led the command center, and then they had Austin come back and play the Gold Ranger. Was there anything that was like you knew about or talked about at all for having Billy be the Gold Zeo Ranger? Did you know about that at all, or is that out of your hands?
Well, it's definitely out of my hands, but yeah, I mean, from the get-go, I knew Billy. They told me Billy's not going to be a Power Ranger anymore. So they teased though quite a bit, like Billy was going to be the Gold Ranger, but it ended up being first Triforia and then Austin. So Billy was never meant to be the Gold Ranger. Thus, maybe why people think he's the Phantom Ranger.
Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, back over to that mic. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, each one of you have done projects, and I've watched all of them. That sounds creepy, I'm sorry. But, no, really, it sounds creepy. Anyway,
The more you say that, it gets creepier.
Okay, rewind, shouldn't have said that. I guess I said that part. You've all three done personal projects. I've seen them. Music, you direct music videos, direct movies and self-produce and so on. Are you proud of Power Rangers being your big break? Yes.
That's a creepy question.
No.
No, I'm just, I'm not asking for one specific reason or anything. You can just tell me, whatever.
I'll answer first, I guess. I'll just jump right in there. But I think Power Rangers for me is the first job I ever had, and then the job with the most longevity that I've ever had. Like the impact that character that I was super blessed to be able to play, like impacted so many people in so many different ways. And doing these conventions in the last, like, I guess 10 years for me, and hearing stories, it's just like, it's like the coolest gift. Because that wasn't my intention getting that job. That was just trying to get my first gig as an actress. So it's just been this beautiful blessing